What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky review, we're looking at a Gunpla, a Gundam model kit. What? I don't know what this is. Something new here on the channel. I don't know what these things are, but I had to build it, and it's a thing. So, all right, it is from Bandai. It says Bandai down there in the corner. It's from some kind of HG. I don't know. Does anyone know what HG stands for? Gundam Breaker Battlogue? I have no idea. Oh, here's the same thing, but in bigger letters. Actually, it says Gunday. I guess that's an M. Breaker. Well, hold on. It's got an A and a K together. What does that sound like? Breaker. There's a Battlogue sound again. Huh. Okay, but these words, okay, I can read these. Gundam Helios. Those words I understand, I guess. I mean, I know what Helios is. A Gundam, I guess that's a Gundam. I don't even know. Oh, here we go. More letters. HG 1 out of 144. I don't know what that is. Gundam Helios again. Okay, and apologies for my nose. It's running. The weather is constantly changing right now, and it's driving me nuts. I'm sorry. Alright, so what? Bandai Spirits. That's the thing. Okay. 2021, made in Japan. Oh, watch the anime. Oh, it's an anime. Okay. And I guess if I scan that, it'll show me the anime. Interesting. Oh, one on YouTube. Cool. Alright, so there's a cool image of, I guess that's a Gundam. Oh, that's Helios. That's right. That's Gundam Helios. That's cool. All right. It's got some shiny stuff going on here. I don't know, from his hand. Is he Iron Man? We got some explosions. We got a yellow beam, some electricity. Some glowy bits happening back here. Green glowy stuff. That's interesting. So let's look at the rest of this box here. Okay. Oh, okay. Now we can look at it better. Interesting. All right. We got a rear and a front depiction there. It says beam rifle can be mounted onto the waist. Huh. That's interesting. Neat. Okay. Gundam Helios. Oh, we got a read up here. What is this? This Gunpla. Oh, that's that word again. All right. Used by, oh, jeez, Ryusei Fudo. Didn't he used to play a card game on a motorcycle? Might be his cousin. All right. While the Gundam, oh geez, they're just making up words now. Arius is previously Gunpla. It incorporated elements from the Destiny Gundam, Gundam 91, and Gundam X series mobile suits. This successor, it's a sequel series, has been customized with specially created parts based on the active aeroplastic wings. That's a word. Of the Freedom Gundam. Ooh, Freedom. That's a good thing. And Psycho Frame. What is a Psycho Frame? Of the Unicorn Gundam. Oh, there's a unicorn? Interesting. Does it have one horn? Legs? Is it a horse? It was named after the sun god Helios. Yeah, see, I knew that part. I knew that one. Due to its appearance when it deploys its huge wings and releases its fins. Fins? His fins? Like a fish? And dazzling radiance emitted from the clear parts all over its body. Oh, fins! These things, I guess. Is that what it says, fins? No? Okay. Double satellite cannon. Okay, see, I didn't see that on the front. All right. Unfold the parts to recreate the Helios Sestet cannon. What is that word? Sestet. What? Unfold what parts? At least give me an arrow. Oh, jeez. Balena plasma beam cannon? Now they're just making up shit. Okay. Beam effects are created with clear parts. Oh, neat. All right. Palma. Is that Italian? What is this word? Beam cannon. It's in the hand. Oh, so the Iron Man cannon. That's what that is. Okay. Clear parts throughout the body resemble psycho frames. Clear parts. And something said these are clear parts. Interesting. Okay, let's look over here. Oh, okay. Repeat of the box art from the top. It says all the things. Ooh, it's a number 1. Does it mean there's more of these? Okay. We got the Bandai logo there. That's cool. BandaiHobby.net. I guess that's a website you can go to for things. Oh, wait, it says Gundam Info. Ooh. Okay, so we can learn information about the Gundams. Cool, we should go there. All right, well, oh, over here. All right. What the hell is that? That's not a Helios. What is this? Creature one-of-a-kind Gunpla. Okay. Gundam Helios. Is that the head? It looks like a head. Gundam Livelance Heaven? Wait, what? That's, what is that? The middle bit. Okay. Same thing for the hand. So that's got the hand in the main body. Helios and Helios. Oh, it's like a fusion. Interesting. You could just slap these things together. Who knew? All right. Gundam Battlogue. Oh, it's the whole thing. Hold on. Wait, what is this? Battlogue. I'm glad they put it in English so I can read it. All right. After intense fighting, the Gunpla Battle USA Championship enters its final round. We have that here? We could do that? Okay, hold on. Here the figure of a certain fighter appears. I bet it's that one guy. All right. A few months later, Misa Satsukino building a new Gunpla in the Ayato shopping street. That's not here in America. Seems to be in a worse mood than usual as an outlet for her unfocused anger. She sets her completed Gunpla in a simulator and enters battle. Ooh, that sounds fun. We should do that. But the Gunpla is suddenly restrained. Ooh, this is a great story. On the eve of the huge GB Festa. Those are just making up words. The fates of the Gunpla fighters are at a critical juncture. Well, that didn't really tell me a lot, but I think that's... Yeah, that's Helios there. I see the glowing green stuff they told me came from a unicorn somehow. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of writing here. I'm not sure what it says, because I think that's Japanese, and I'm not. All right, plastics. Oh, I know what these are. These are plastic things. What's this little guy with a toilet? That's weird. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, there's a thing here. I bought this at a place, I guess. Where did I buy this? I don't even remember. It's like, is that bad? I don't remember where I bought it. I know I bought it a few months ago. I just don't remember where it is. Huh. No glue required. Oh, yeah, because it's a model kit. I forgot about that. I was so enthralled by the story. Wait, what is this? Illustration by Koma. Background image by Saito Yoshinobu. Wait, what? Oh, this. I mean, they did a really good job, but... Guys, why did you make it upside down? Okay, well, this has taken way too long just for the opening bit of this video. I apologize. So let's go ahead and look at the Gunpla. Alright, guys. So, sorry for that very long, silly intro, honestly. That went so much longer than I originally intended. So, let's go ahead and get to the Helios. Hold on, I gotta adjust things ever so slightly. Okay. And he's laying down because he doesn't tend to like to stand up because his backpack here is insanely heavy. As you'll... Here, look. Let's see if I can get him to prop up on his guns. There. He's propped up on his gigantic back cannons. And because all my stuff is still packed away, I don't have any stands to put him on, which would actually be very, very useful. But as it goes... this is a very interesting thing. My first Battlogue kit, at least from this particular series, and I still never actually got around to watching and or reviewing this particular series, but, you know, this is apparently the hero suit, as it were, I guess. Like, that was the thing, because it's the one that was mainly promoted. It is clearly a fusion of Destiny and Unicorn and Freedom. Not Strike Freedom, but regular Freedom, as the instructions definitely said, but which is actually very apparent as you construct it when you're just going over runners that are clearly from those kits. There's only a couple things I didn't really do because I did not bust out any paint. It probably could use a little bit of detail work, such as these little Vulcans here on the chest. So I can zoom in here. Come on, zoomy zoom. There we go. Come on, just so here. So... like in here on the vents, also probably could have used some black or some dark gray. And the Vulcans there, like I said, any of these little spots here on the arm guards, maybe even the back of the hand. This little section here, realistically, this part where the sticker is on the heel, that could just be my favorite Stark Gray ever. If you ever want to know what my favorite Stark Gray ever is, it's actually in my frequently asked questions section. Most people don't even know that's a thing. These little areas here that I have basically just colored in. I'm going all the way back to being a beginner on this one, where I'm just having to do what I got, you know. There's a couple things I did do differently. Basically inside these areas here on the shoulders and the chest, you can see it's exceptionally shiny. I just added some foil sticker to that. You know, I tend to hold on to foil stickers, but the thing was just basically to try to add some extra shininess. I need to find some light there for the chest, but you can see how it's working. Otherwise, it would be kind of boring. Now, there's one or two ways I could have done it. I could have just stuck extra chromey sticker to the part where the piece was going. I didn't actually go with that, because a lot of foil stickers, the backside is also chrome. So what I did is I just stuck the sticker to the inside of said green part. This actually took several layers, and even you can see there's a couple spots that I sort of missed. Even though it is covered, it's not pressed well into place. But either way, aside from the backpack being too heavy, I'm just going to say this now, I had a problem with my torso coming apart really easily, but it seems like now it's actually a little bit more stable after I put it back together. Maybe something was just a little wonky with it. I'm not sure. So let's zoom in on his head here and try to talk about the head. You can't really see the eyes, but they're way up in there. Little stickered eyes. I did remove the safety nubs. Best of my abilities. It's been a while. It is definitely a Destiny head, just with a white V-fin instead of yellow. You also could paint those side Vulcans there. It is just on a double ball joint system here, so it can turkey neck until you pop it right out of the thing. You can look really far down. You can look a little bit up. You can go a little side-to-side motion. Go ahead and stick that all the way down. There it goes. You do get these cool little translucent bits there. It's an interesting concept to try to add Psycho Frame to something else in a way, or at least claim it's Psycho Frame. It's actually pretty interesting. For the shoulders, it does have these kind of polycap captured butterfly joints like that. And then you can sort of swing the arm back, but the wing, much like with Freedom or Destiny, tend to have that problem. You know, these big old wings, you gotta get them out of the way somehow. So that flips around. Got a nice little vent thingy coming off the back here. Looks pretty good. Also, yes, the back also got the same treatment, in case you're wondering. You do get bicep swivel. It's pretty tight. It's good. Double jointed elbows. Can't quite get it there. There we go. Oh yeah, I guess he's also got some F91 in there, or F91. Or wait, is it F91 or is it X? I think it was Gundam X, because he's got the gimmicks here. We'll cover gimmicks and stuff later. He's got the translucent part here on the arm thingy, which is, it's a combination of technology, but it is what it is. I like the nice color separation from the blue into the red in there. And as far as I can tell, that might give you a tiny bit of ab crunch, but you can see here, obviously, I worked off the torso. It does rotate nicely. You eventually run into stuff if you turn it too far. You got your side skirts here, pretty clean. I like the real color separation instead of stickers, so it was a good thing. Same thing here on the front, nice color separation. Looks pretty good. I did split the front skirts, back skirt. Much bigger situation with a tiny little yellow, where am I at? Tiny little triangle sticker back in there. You can see all the backpack goodness here. Since we're here, you do get some cool camera stickers there. All over the backpack, you do get more green stickers there. Get some more there. Obviously, when we get around to unfolding everything and showing gimmicks and whatnot, you'll see a lot more. For the legs, nothing crazy. Just kind of universal hips. The side skirts, get up and out of the way. Very stiff hip joints there. So you can do about, zoom out time, that much of a jonglade. And you can kick forward about that far for a decent course line. You can really bend with those double jointed knees, which is good. More good Color separation here along the legs. More little yellow triangle stickers. Those were kind of a pain to place because I wasn't going with a knife that had a decently tiny tip to it. It had a fat tip blade, which is interesting. More pieces down here with some more hidden translucent. Don't look at that just yet. Ankle does the thing, so it's actually hinged up here for swinging forward and back, which is nice. And then you got ankle tilt down here, and I believe, yep, you got some toe tilt right down there. So very nicely done. Yeah, very good for a modern HG. It feels like it's got a few modern, like maybe revive parts to it. It could be wrong. Okay, so if you get a little bit of a front lean, he'll stand. Obviously, he sits really freaking tall. Like, those wings are pretty absurd. The wings do pivot in and out here, and they can rotate. And let's just talk about the gimmicks here. So he can fold the wings down. Now, I'm not entirely certain which way they're supposed to go in theory. Hold on, let's see here. I think the front one is meant to stay down, and the middle one goes, the back one goes up. I think. Maybe I'm the other way around. Maybe it's backwards. Maybe the front one stays up, which would make sense because you need to keep the gun right here. So you get a very freedom-like cannon here. Pretty cool. Nice blue part here. Got the green part that sticks out. And then that will rotate in and around like so. Go ahead and drop your torso off. I'm telling you, that was looser than I expected. So you want the wing to basically end up doing that so that the thrusters, what used to come up and over the shoulders of the Freedom, now come around by the side torso bit of this guy. So let's just go ahead and make that happen over here too. Get some happy little torso guns. Go. Straighten that up a little bit. Now, I've never built one of the HG Freedoms, so this is actually pretty cool that they can include this gimmick even in this guy. I've only built 2 different MG Freedom, but never in HG, so that's cool. So there's that. The upside down wing is interesting to give it like a star mode. Also looks a lot like the Double X. The other thing is, yeah, you should probably accommodate for the hips. What the heck? Go on. Seriously can't get the hips in there. But the gun's in the way. Alright. So the other thing is you can't really tilt those forward. You can only kind of tilt them outward like that. Like you can't point forward because there's too much body in the way, so that is a problem. I really wish I had an available stand. It would make life so much easier right now. So I guess he's got kind of a power up mode here. So you flip this out and you can open up these little translucent fins in here. Come on. Come on. Get it out of there. There we go. So there's that. One on each arm. Come down to the leg. Same deal. Spread them out however you want. Just be careful because there are translucent fins, so you don't want to accidentally tweak something and break it off. But that's pretty neat in and of itself. Gotta love that. And technically he's got cannons on the back, so let's do our best to bring those up. So there's a slight bit of awkwardness here because they have to flip around like so. Yeah. So I'm just going to bring the cannon up and over, and you can extend it, which is pretty cool, like that. And then with one in the way, you can't really do the other, and then the wing just continually get in the way. I don't understand why somebody would build something this complicated for competitive use. Like, it's nice to have this firepower, and of course just the psycho frame and whatnot. Wow, that was embarrassing. But, like, this is a handful. Like, I guess digitally, like, if this thing literally didn't have to make the movements, but it's only doing it, you know, online, or however the game was played in the show, fine. That would make a lot more sense. But this is just insane. Like, this entire freaking wing part popped off. I already forgot how it connects. Here we go. Like, that's... Now, the last few Gundam builds I've done have had this very specific problem with the torso being loose. Like, you just can't... Like, even though the polycap is in there, it just doesn't want to be effective. Be effective. Here we go. Head down. Guns up. Guns a-blazing. There we go. So, I guess once the backpack is kind of deployed and the weight is more balanced, you can get him in a cool position. You know. And that's not the only thing he can do, but that's just what I'm showing off. He does have accessories as well that can help complete this look. He does have cool Palma Fiacina shooting hands, and I believe if you have some of these smaller beam saber effect parts, which I don't have any on hand, no pun intended, you could plug them in there because they clearly are molded with holes. It did not come with those, but I'm fairly certain the Destiny kit that they are sourced from probably does, if I had to make a guess. Now, because Palma Fiacina is essentially a cannon, we're going to use it as such. Now, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the shoulders here so that the arms can come up and be usable. There's one thing, guys, like, I am not a fan of over fiddly Gundams, or even Transformers for that matter. And this one definitely has fallen into this new modern interpretation of everything on the backpack. And it's something I am not personally a fan of. Now, it might look cool and whatnot, and I guess fine if that's all you want, but I need slightly better functionality out of my Gundams, as it were. Okay, so let's get that out of there, because I'm having to work around so much just to utilize his freaking arms. Like, at best, I'm just trying to use his arms. Right, turn the head up. So that's basically what we're working with there. So blasting in all directions, kind of. And once again, the same problem I always have with anything standing on my glass table here. And, like, the details are really cool, and the color separation is really well done. But sometimes it's just a pain in the butt to handle, and it just looks, well, like this. Now, one thing I forgot to cover, and I apologize, it does have a rifle, which I believe is the same rifle from Destiny. It should have some green right here. It does not. If you had extra sticker, you could totally make that happen. It does have the flippy floppy center holdy thing. It does have a nice little post there for sticking on the butt, because we really like weapon storage. And if you're so inclined, you can, in fact, put it in the hand, like so. If you're not going to use your Palma Fiacinas right off the bat, you can put the gun in the standard hands, like that. It doesn't have a trigger hand or anything, just a standard holding hand, which is perfectly fine. And if you're wondering where to put it, it goes right there in that little square. Now, I'm not going to show you that because there's a whole lot going on back here as it is, and I don't feel the need to do so. Now, I'm going to unpineapple him for a second here. Okay, now that I got that. Alright, so he does actually come with a beam shield effect part, which is pretty neat, and it works, well, probably the easiest I've ever seen a beam shield, because it just simply replaces the little gem on the forearm, which is cool. So that's somewhere in between, I believe, an F91 and Destiny. You know, just, it's a little bitty shield, still effective. Not sure why it wouldn't come with two, but, you know, neither did the original Destiny. So even though we had shield emitters for both arms, they didn't give us one for both arms. It does have one other cool little gimmick, and you want to come back here to the rifles on the back and yoink these guys off. Makes it look a little weird, but, you know, just stand there for a second. And you get these cool new sword handles. And I say, where's the sword? That's a good question, you. And it's right here. So I believe this is kind of a reference, I could be wrong, to the beam boomerangs that the Destiny would use. I like the effect part here, though. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty classic. Very Seed-like. You know, you get two of them. You can do with them as you please. So say you wanted to have the rifle in one hand and one of these in the other. You could totally make that happen. You can hold all the things. I like the idea that, you know, it doesn't have standard beam sabers. They're not like popping out of the arms. Although you'd think, because they're kind of borrowing some unicorn technology, they would just go with like the beam tonfas or something like that. That would have been interesting. So, it does fit very nicely in the palm here. Actually, the backing of the hand holds on really nicely, so I can't complain about that much. The palm Fiascina is actually pretty decent on this one. I'm used to it, once again, on the MGs where I built the Destiny and stuff like that, so let's go ahead and pull this out. Ow, there's a little pointy. And let's give him his rifle. Every now and then I want to mix it up and give him a rifle in the left hand, even though most Gundams almost are exclusively right-handed. I couldn't quite push that in with just one hand. Okay. So the only thing is sort of lacking is like something to cover that little gap there. The shoulder and the bicep joint are really tight, which is good for holding up stuff, but not good when you're just trying to manipulate the frickin' arm, you know? And I feel like between the legs and the torso, they're both having a little bit of a problem, not just balancing, but holding up the sheer weight of this backpack. And it's a lot. It, like, truly is a lot of weight for the backpack to deal with. And yeah, this guy is definitely 100% in need of a stand for the future. And I don't have any available currently. So that sucks. Yeah, man, I'm just struggling here. Thumbnails are going to be a bitch on this one. I'll tell you that right now. So, either way. And because I'm not really attached to it, I don't have emotional feelings towards this thing other than what I got from building it. So, let's just talk about it. It was a fun build. You know, pretty good. I thought the backpack would take longer. It really wasn't that bad. Panel lining would have been better had I had my pore type markers. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with going all the way back to original, you know, the little soft tip markers. That kind of sucks, but I made do with it. The actual build, once again, not bad. Interesting mix of different kits coming together to make this thing happen, plus original parts, as it were. And other than really just trying to keep the balance on this thing with that huge backpack and the wings being inverted compared to their original source material, it's a little strange, because it is basically the Freedom's backpack, but with a little bit of modification. Or is it more of the Destiny's backpack? It might be more Destiny than Freedom, somewhere in between. But I think that while they went for something fun and cool, and yeah, maybe somebody technically created this, and then they made it within the game, and then once again within the anime, the actual execution of the thing is kind of sloppy, but cool, I guess. When it's a beam spamming thing like this one clearly is, just having a normal little rifle, kind of dinky. The energy shield is fine, the beam blades are fine, but I think the rifle just sort of doesn't do it any favors. But yeah, they should have included a stand. I'll give it that. Even the simple little basic BS, you know, stand would have been fine. And like I said, I don't have any of mine available offhand. But other than that, pretty good kit. Pretty decent buy. I picked it up at Target, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's kind of available at a lot of places. All of the Battlogue kits are available at Target. You can probably find them any place Gunpla are sold in general. depending on your country, even state, perhaps. Jeez, come on. So at the moment, I think I only have one other kit from this, and it is being held on to for a specific reason. So we'll get to that later. But that's going to be it for this review, guys. I know it's been a long time since I've done a Gunpla review, and yes, I'm sorry I did that extra long intro to make fun of myself for that reason, and it was a little out of hand. I'm sorry. We'll do that again. But getting back to it, I've got more kits to review. You know, I've got at least 3 sitting right here along with everything else. Make sure you do the like and subscribe thingy if you're remotely interested in checking out channel members and helping to support the channel. Please do. Got a lot of stuff there from behind the scenes, a lot of out-the-box moments, build logs, stuff like that. So if you're remotely interested, please do. Also, I do have the announcement for the latest, or at least this year's, charity contest, announcing very, very soon. So make sure you stick around for that if you're remotely interested. But I'll see you guys next time. Remember, as always, keep on building.